I did not feel good about myself. I did not feel feminine. Yes, you saved a little money, but your stomach hurts, you're gaining weight, you're bloated. I literally wake up and I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling well today, but I'm deciding to be delusional today. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sharday and I create content on beauty, lifestyle, and nursing. If that interests you, consider subscribing. Today is a really exciting video. It's a little bit different from what I normally do for content. Just wanted to share some of these lessons. It could possibly help other women. We're constantly evolving, constantly growing. These are the 10 life lessons that I've learned. The first point is you win more bees with honey. You really improve your relationships, overall connections with other people by being sweeter. People are more receptive of you. You are able to get more of what you want out of life, of what you want out of your relationships by being sweeter, by being more graceful, by being more forgiving, just being more emotionally mature and knowing that most things are not personal. My second point is working on your femininity if that is something that interests you. Not saying that all women have to act a certain way, look a certain way, you know, talk a certain way, think a certain way. I think it's beautiful that we all have different perspectives. I think it's beautiful that we all look different, that we all have different styles, and we all love differently. Just enhancing what you already have. And if what you're doing doesn't align with the envisioned self that you have for yourself, doing certain tweaks here and there to improve yourself, enhancing your self-care, stepping up your maintenance, wearing your more expensive things on a regular basis, and just overall feeling good and feeling beautiful. Feeling beautiful every day as best as you can. For me in healthcare, things that I like to incorporate, obviously eyelash extensions. I love eyelash extensions. It really accentuates my eyes. I always have a mask on, so that's the first thing that people see. Things like keeping your hair done, keeping cute jewelry on. I'm speaking on nurses specifically. You know, changing the band on your Apple Watch, maybe having the cute scrubs. You know, now they have scrubs that are in a different, like, more feminine style. We are in scrubs like 90% of our lives. It could be a little bit complicated, but you definitely can personalize your work attire. My next point is learn how to do your own maintenance. I wish that I would have learned this so earlier on. I feel like sometimes us as women, when we want to elevate to the next level, it does require some sort of sacrifices sometimes. Unfortunately, it does. Typically, our maintenance and our self-care ends up being the things that we sacrifice, not only financially, but with our time and with everything else. We can find ways to budget a little better if you are focusing on maybe purchasing a house, purchasing a car, investing into your career, like education. All of those things are extremely expensive, and you definitely want to prioritize those things. Learning how to do your own maintenance to keep yourself up, maintain yourself, and feel good about yourself even in the midst of doing all those things, it really does make the biggest of difference. Because when I tell y'all, when I was going through nursing school, it came down to the wire sometimes as far as finances go, because I had to prioritize books and I had to prioritize all of these extra expenses, and I was in 2 nursing programs at the time, so I was paying for classes back to back to back, $900 a pop, like every 5 weeks really, and it just became really expensive. But I never really took the time to invest into learning how to do my own maintenance. So I was looking crazy and I felt crazy. I did not feel good about myself. I did not feel feminine. That projected itself into relationships, not feeling good, not feeling sexy, not feeling pretty. It really does affect the way that you carry yourself and present yourself to the world and your relationships, both platonic and romantically. My next life lesson is to make your space beautiful. When your space is beautiful, you don't feel as I don't know, like you just want to leave, you just want to go outside all the time, right? You know, some people, they are literally outside like every other day doing something, barely at home. And we know this because they post it on social media, right? Waking up and looking at things that appeal to you, appeal to the eye, really encouraging and really pushes you to keep going and to keep making your space beautiful, and really expands your mind, because we really are visual people, and having visually, aesthetically pleasing things around you really does increase your mood and helps you to tackle your goals a little bit better. My next point is so important. It is to be happy in real life. Don't just try to portray this image of being happy, especially on social media. You don't necessarily have to feel entitled to share every little thing. It's okay to not be on social media and to really focus on getting your emotions in check in real life, because real life is essentially what matters through everything. What sense does it make to be miserable in real life and be smiling and looking like you're living your best life on camera? I think it's really important to really work on the things that matter, so that way you can just have a light about you, and that will always make you more attractive and more feminine. I think happiness is just learning to love what you have and making things work, problem solving, adjusting, and just doing your best as much as you can, putting in being graceful, having healthy relationships essentially. That requires a lot of energy, and if you're so worried about maintaining this certain image, it really could really affect the things that really matter in life. My next point is that skincare is everything. Find a skincare routine that works for you. I'm telling you, having clear, pretty skin is such a confidence booster. It'll boost your confidence right away. I'll recommend a book for you. I'll link it down below, of just the basics of skincare and skincare products. I think it's really important to be at least somewhat knowledgeable in active ingredients, because I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, is incorporating too many active ingredients all at once. You are really destroying your skincare barrier, and it's actually causing more breakouts, even though you're using so many products to help your breakouts. Try things slowly. Don't just incorporate a whole bunch of products into your skincare routine all at once. You always want to patch test, meaning when you get a new product or a new serum or whatever, you always want to do just one side of your face, just maybe right here, and use it. Takes a couple of days for a reaction to happen, unless you just have really super sensitive skin. And that way you can say, okay, this product does not work for me. But if you're using all 4 new products at once, you're cleansing your face, and then you're doing your toner, then you're doing whatever, and you have a breakout, you don't necessarily know which one of those products actually caused your breakouts. That's a very expensive experimental way to do things. And of course, as always, consult with an esthetician if you absolutely are just completely lost and you need some guidance and you need some healing and you need some treatments. Those are things that we should be investing in if it's really important to you. That leads me to my next point. Don't always be so focused on taking the cheap route. I mean this in the most holistic way. The cheap route in your foods, just because it's cheaper, it's processed. It's not good for you. So yes, you saved a little money, but your stomach hurts, you're gaining weight, you're bloated, your skin is breaking out, and you just don't feel well. Sometimes taking the more expensive route, if it's something that is honestly going to benefit you, it's worth it. Your gym membership, it's $30, $40 a month. I know that that is kind of a pricey membership for some people. Like for me, I pay $70 a month to go to my gym, but that includes yoga classes, dance classes, HIIT classes, all the classes that you can think of, gym equipment, beautiful clean towels, a sauna, a pool, a steam room. It includes all of those things that are available to me at the price of $70 a month. So I think that that is a great value. Always do a value to cost comparison when it comes to your health, when it comes to your skincare, when it comes to your overall environment that you have to live in on a day-to-day basis. Some things are just worth the investment. My next point is to limit filters and post and go. I may not be the best person to say that, because obviously I haven't been consistent on Instagram to even see any kind of growth, which is okay to me. I don't really look at my following count and get discouraged in any way, shape, or form. Honestly, with limiting filters, that starts to really mess with your psyche. I'm sorry. If you've been using filters constantly for years and years and years, you can't tell me you try to take a picture or a video or whatever without one and be like, ew, this don't look right, this don't feel right, it's not giving the way I wanted to give, my makeup looks ugly, it looks better in person, all this other stuff. It's because you've constantly made yourself into this perfect image all the time that you don't even really like the way that your natural self looks. Let me know if you guys can relate to that. I know that I struggled with that as well, and I know that most women on social media struggle with that. I really want to be happy with myself and be confident no matter what's going on, no matter what filter is going on. That's just my personal journey. I feel like that is a confidence booster when you really start to get back used to your own appearance. Lastly, I want to say that a life lesson that I learned, especially through my feminine journey, being ambitious and career driven, but also relationship and family driven, is the work is never done. It's never going anywhere. You being tired of the work is not going to change the fact that it's just going to have to be there. Find ways that you can make working enjoyable. And I'm not talking about working in the traditional sense, just working, like working on your home, working on your fitness, working on your business, working on your career, working on your family, you know, because relationships are work. Whoever tells you that they're not are lying to you. They're lying to you. Relationships are work. I don't care if it is with your family member or your friend or your fiance, boyfriend, husband, whoever it is. Relationships take work, they take effort, they take conscious thought, they take patience, lots of breathing, a whole bunch of stuff. So it's always a conscious effort mentally. Life is just mentally and physically draining sometimes, but that's why we have to find ways to really enjoy it. Some things that I do, some tips that I do, like when I'm cleaning, I'll throw in my AirPods and listen to some music. Audiobook keeps me engaged, it keeps my mind off of the work without feeling like why me, right? Anytime that you feel yourself venturing off from your goals and the things that genuinely is on your heart due to exhaustion, due to drama, due to unnecessary toxicity, you really have to be conscious about getting back on track. It's really hard to do sometimes when we fall off. You know, like for me, if I'm eating poorly for a while, or I haven't worked out in a couple of weeks, or just, you know, not filming YouTube for so long, I get so discouraged to the point where it's harmful. Getting into that mindset, getting into the fact that, oh, I didn't do it, oh, I'm just so disgusted with myself. Those are all very self-deprecating, self-destructive thoughts, and it just pushes you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Just get up and do it. Just get your paper, start dreaming again, start journaling again, start getting back on track. You can do it. Trick your mind sometimes. Sometimes I literally wake up and I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling well today, but I'm deciding to be delusional today. Deciding to be happy. I do not like my circumstances. I do not like the way that my bank account is looking. I do not like the way that my apartment is looking right now. I do not like the way that my analytics are looking right now. I do not like the way that, you know, the board of nursing is taking their sweet time on giving me my authorization to test right now. So many things there are so many things that stress us out. Like if you are trying to become that girl, that it girl, that woman, that person that people are inspired by, or the dream person that you've always wanted to be, it takes so much mental work. It takes so much coming back. It takes so much encouraging yourself and reading and putting positive things back into your brain. It takes so much of that. It takes work, but we can do it. Honestly, we can. Sometimes you do have to be a little delusional. All right, radical faith is what it's called. Sometimes you just really just have to just be like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna believe in myself. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go to the gym. I don't feel good. I can barely breathe. I did 2 minutes of this treadmill and it, you know what I mean? I feel like I've been on here for 15 minutes. It's okay. Just take things one day at a time. Give yourself grace, but also stretch yourself at the same time. If you really want to get to the next level, it's going to be a little painful sometimes. And I think we just have to learn to accept that as women, as leaders, and glue to our homes, to our families. It's just something that we have to accept and learn to love. Lastly, I want to say, during this journey of you becoming and improving your confidence and the way that your life trajectory is going to offend people, and that's okay. You've done nothing wrong. You're just changing, and when you change, you can't expect everyone else to just get on board and change with you. It's okay. You don't necessarily have to cut these people off. You don't necessarily have to, you know, push this newfound logic and way of thinking and mindset onto others. Just lead by example sometimes. Just continuously grow and focus on yourself and focus on what God has put in your mind and your heart. When you're really trying to be obedient and be in purpose and just continue to grow and become better and become more like Him, he will straighten everything out, right? Like, just pray like, God, please guide my steps. And I just want to leave you guys with that, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you would like more videos like this, more content like this. I love talking with you all, and just having girl chat, just having some time with one another, and just to encourage one another, and just a gentle reminder that you are worthy, you can change, you can rebrand, and even if it's not easy, you can get to the other side as well. You guys stay blessed, stay encouraged. Send me a little message down below. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day if I don't see you in my other video before Valentine's Day. Much love.
Stick with you.